Situated about 6 miles east of Cheltenham, the Gloucestershire village of Whittington amounts to a small cluster of buildings attached to a modest Tudor country home named Whittington Court. But to the world of fine book collectors, the unassuming village is synonymous with the private press to which it lends its name. Whittington, Aspects of a Cotswold Village, offers an intimate glimpse of that village in the closing decade of the 20th century. The book was limited to 350 copies. 50 of these were specials. Here though, I'll be looking at one of the 300 standard copies. The book arrives in a brown portfolio of thin card which opens like an envelope to allow the volume to slide out. There's a paper title label on the portfolio's spine. Removing the quarto-sized book from its encasement, we find it quarter-bound in russet cloth over light brown paper-covered boards. The whole is wrapped in a dust jacket that folds out to reveal a 6-panelled panoramic colour relief print of Whittington in the snow. It's quite impressive when you take the time to unfold it. The book proper is printed on a fairly heavy zircon mould-made paper with a smooth surface and an ivory colour. Its top edge is trimmed while the bottom and fore edges are left deckled. The text is set in 12-point bell and was printed letterpress. Although unpaginated, the book has around 44 pages. Inside we find 34 wood engravings by Miriam Macgregor, starting with a colour print of a hot air balloon over the village that serves as a frontispiece. The title page that faces it is a simple affair printed in black and ochre ink. There's a 4-page introduction by Macgregor that serves a number of purposes. First, it sets expectations. This is not intended as a complete portrait of Whittington, but rather to capture parts of the village on the cusp of change. Second, it offers a brief history of the village by way of background to the images that follow. The introduction is punctuated with some small engravings, then we move into the engravings proper. Each 2-page spread bears 1 or 2 engravings printed in black ink. They are accompanied by a short passage of descriptive text printed in italics in ochre. Conspicuous in its absence from the locations featured is the press itself. This is a book about the community that surrounds it and is no worse for it. After about 24 engravings presented in this way, our tour of Whittington comes to an end, but the book is not finished. Next come 9 engravings that document Whittington under an unusually heavy snowfall. They are labelled with shorter captions. Lastly, there's a map of the village by the author printed in ochre ink. The book ends with a colophon page that gives some production details. It's hand-numbered and signed by Macgregor. Taken as a whole, the book is successful at developing an intimate sense of place, thanks in no small part to the many quaint details in engravings and text alike. A fun exercise is to take a virtual stroll around Whittington using Google Street View to see how much has changed. As often in bucolic English life, the answer is very little. The typographical design may be a little plain, but this unassuming plainness along with the ochre ink pushes the text into the background and allows the engravings, stars of the show, to come to the fore. I like the engravings very much, and the quality of their reproduction is excellent, as usual for the Whittington Press.